Hey y'all, Rob here with ATX Legal, and today we're going to be talking about those Billboard lawyers. Of course, you can't miss them. You're probably on a first name basis with half of those guys, but are they good for your case? Should you hire them if you've been injured? Let's talk about it. And I probably don't even need to name them for you to already know who I'm talking about, so I won't name them. But they all brag about multi-million-dollar settlements that they have on their billboards, their buses, their advertisements, and they're just everywhere. But are they good attorneys? That's kind of the more important question if you are looking to hire someone for your case, because if you've been injured, you want to make sure that you're compensated for that and that you have an attorney advocating for your interests if you're in that situation. Now, first off, you should know that if you go with one of those billboard attorneys, it's most likely not going to be that attorney who's handling your case. They may handle one or two cases for the firm, but for the most part, they're the ones bringing in clients and they pass you off to an attorney. And a lot of times those attorneys are fresh out of law school or they've been out of law school 2 or 3 years and they're getting that experience before they move on to something bigger and better. In fact, there's a term for them among attorneys. They're called PI mills. So personal injury mills, meaning they're just churning through clients. And this is especially true for the quote unquote smaller cases, and smaller could be $30,000 or in that neighborhood. So it might not be small to you. It might be the difference between getting the medical care you need or not. But to the law firm, that's a smaller case and you're going to get passed off to the junior attorney 9 times out of 10. Now, don't get me wrong, the junior attorneys might be excellent attorneys, but typically they have less experience. They have a large number of cases, so they're having to handle a lot on their plate. So they might not be the best person to handle your case, even if they are the best attorney in the world. And that brings me to my next point, which is that when you hire one of these firms, oftentimes you're kind of like a number. You're not treated with the care that they might give to an individual client because they have so many clients. You might not get phone calls returned, or they might not be returned in a timely manner. And you might not get that personalized care that you might expect from an attorney who's advocating for you. And lastly, one thing I've noticed with these types of firms is they maximize every dollar, every penny they can out of their clients. And you might be talking to me like, Rob, I'm looked at the percentages and the percentages are largely the same, between 35 and 40% for these cases. And first of all, I want to say that a few percentage points there when you're talking about big numbers can mean a big difference. But beyond that, there are fees that are involved with these cases, and these fees are ultimately borne by the clients. There was one case in particular that involved a big-time law firm out of San Antonio, and I was reviewing a case that they had handled pretty poorly, and I noticed that they were charging interest on a loan that they had taken to fund the lawsuit. And I actually had to look this up to see if this was ethical under the attorney ethics rules in Texas. And in Texas it is, in some states it's not, but it's very far from common practice. And to me, it just showed the mentality that this law firm had to extract every dollar they could out of their clients. So now the question, should you go with one of these billboard attorneys? I think if you've watched this video, you already know what I'm gonna say. I'm biased. I don't have my face out on a billboard or a bus or anything like that. But I do think you get better care when you call an attorney that you know who you're dealing with. At ATX Legal, we return phone calls within a day. We keep our clients informed every step of the way. So it's not something that you're getting a number and you're getting a call back a week later. We definitely don't take out loans and then charge our clients the interest or other little ways to nickel and dime our clients for every single fee. We simply try and get the best settlement for our clients so that they can go about their lives and get the medical care they need. That's it. It's very simple. Of course, none of this has been legal advice, especially this video, because it's really just my opinion. But if you do need legal advice, if you've been injured, you can give us a call or visit us at atx.legal.